video, I'm going to share with you 4 altcoins from the top 10 cryptocurrency altcoins, which I will not be touching leading up to the next bull run. Part of crypto, more so than finding the right projects, is about identifying which ones you're going to stay away from. There are so many people that have picked good bets, but that have equally picked so many wrong bets that it ends up balancing their portfolio out to nothing. I've always shared on this channel that it's about finding your area of competence. What are the tokens which you have conviction in? Which ones are you ready to ride and die with? Which ones are you ready to hold through the tough, turbulent times that are inevitable in crypto? So in this video, I'm going to go through the top 10. Remember, the top 10 cryptocurrencies are no joke. We're talking about $7.4 billion of market cap to enter the top 10 here during this bear market. Of course, we will ignore Tether, which is obviously a stable coin, and Bitcoin and Ethereum, but I will go into the others to let you know which ones I will not be holding. And the first one may come as a surprise to you. Yes, it's a $32.4 billion behemoth. That is BNB. Yes, the exchange token Binance coin. Now, this is something where I have pivoted on. If you heard me maybe just over a year and a half ago, I liked exchange tokens. I thought exchange tokens were a decent idea. I thought, okay, they're going to naturally do well as the exchange grows, and Binance, the world's largest exchange, was moving from strength to strength. But then we started to see the effects. I made videos at the time before Terra Luna collapsed talking about the flywheel effect of how these exchange tokens like FTT with FTX starts to cause problems, and how that could lead you to creating a run on the exchange token. So for me, BNB token is not one I want to be holding. I think it's too linked to the FUD around Binance. Of course, there's going to be more and more FUD around Binance around the SEC case. You're seeing that pretty much every other day now. There's some news around CZ or Binance, and I think that's going to create a turbulent time for BNB. Now, part of me doing this, you need to understand, guys, I do hold some from previously, which I'm not going to sell, but I'm not actively going to add any more. Now, I fully understand that this could be a big regret, right? And this is part of investing. I can't pick them all, right? If you're investing in stocks or real estate or anything, crypto, you cannot pick all of them. The best venture capitalists who invest in the best startups, they may catch Uber, but maybe they missed out on another business like Google or a Facebook or a Snapchat. You can't catch them all, right? So I'm fully aware that when Binance coin gets going, which it can do leading up to the next bull market, it can run. But it's a decision I have to make to say, you know what? For now, I'm just going to roll out exchange tokens. I've got some anyway from previous cycles, but I don't want to actively be adding. There are other opportunities for me to be adding. Now, speaking of which, if you want to look at the tokens that I am looking to buy, I will link up the opposite video of this one where I talk about the top 5 tokens I am looking to actively buy. Definitely go check that out. And if you do want to trade any of these cryptocurrencies with me, Ijaz.uk/Bybit is going to get you access to some amazing bonuses. But make sure you're in our free Telegram group, Ijaz.uk/TG, because that's where I share free trade alerts, guys. Who else is sharing free trade alerts? Just like everything else, guys, I'm just here to show you how it's done so you guys can learn, okay? Please learn so that you can do this on your own accord with your own research, but I provide those for educational purposes so you can see I'm not just full of rubbish. I'm trading and making profit here in this bear market. So that's the first one I'm ruling out. It is the BNB Binance coin. Moving on, it's going to trigger a lot of people. It's XRP, guys. I'm sorry, $27 billion here in the bear market. And I'm super impressed that XRP was able to win its case against the SEC. Really positive from that angle. But again, this is all about me staying within my circle of competence, okay? I've never been the biggest XRP bull. I've never fully done crazy deep dives into XRP. There are many other content creators and channels and people that have done deeper dives that have much greater conviction in XRP than I do. So me staying away from XRP is not me saying that they're not going to do well. I actually think they probably will do quite well, especially given that they're the only one with a little bit of regulatory clarity right now. It's actually a positive. Now, again, I do hold some from previous cycle. I'm not looking to actively buy in the lead up to the next bull run. If that does change, make sure you're subscribed because I will update you guys if my stance on any of these tokens change. Now remember, crypto and investing is a dynamic endeavor. It changes all the time. So for somebody to just, post a video and say, I'm not touching all these coins, it can change. When the data changes, my mindset changes, and that's why I post daily videos here to keep you guys in the loop in the Telegram, in here, on Twitter as well. So for now, XRP, not actively adding it, not within my circle circle of competence. But that being said, I think they're in a great position. I think them winning the case gives them some regulatory clarity, which no other altcoin here has. Remember, loads of these altcoins were listed in the case versus Coinbase and Binance, and this causes a lot of problems around which ones are securities and which ones are deemed as commodities. Again, only XRP and pretty much Bitcoin, and some could argue Ethereum, have some clarity around it. So XRP, I'll be ruling out for now to add. Moving on, I will then going to move on to one which you can probably kind of, maybe some of you will guess, some of you will not, is Toncoin, right? The open network. I made a video on this. I'm going to link this up for you guys to go watch to get a deeper dive into the Toncoin and my thoughts around it. Sitting here at $7.8 billion here in a bear market. I just don't understand it, right? I mean, even if you look at this, right, look at its peers above it and below it, and look at the volume here. 24-hour volume is 45 million. If you look at Solana, 200 million, 4 times it, but close in market cap. Look at the one below it, which is the Tron network, 157 million, right? But it's just like weird. I don't know where this is coming from, and I don't know people who use it. If you guys know people who use it, who actively like it, like where is this pumpability happening? Where is this market cap coming from? I mean, even if you click into it, we can take a look at some of the more details around it, which again, I do encourage you to go watch my separate breakdown on the open network, but there's no fixed supply, right? So it's hugely inflationary. You need to understand that. That's going to cause part of the issue around its pumpability, but definitely one I'm going to be staying away from. Again, not one that gets me excited, and I think, you know, there are many other altcoins that will be looking to grab this 10th spot in the top 10 list. Last but not least, the final altcoin, which I'm not going to be touching heading into the next bull market, is going to be Tron. Yes, guys, Tron has always been one I've stayed away from. We know it's strong. We know the backing from Justin Sun is huge, but I've never trusted the fella. I've never trusted Justin Sun, and it always leaves me feeling a little bit nervous when I see him tweet, when I see him talk. I mean, there was a video I did post on him as well, but definitely do a Google search on Justin Sun, read his backstory. He's got his hands in so many different pies. I don't really quite know where he sits. He's like a really dodgy character, hard to pin down, and that just leaves me thinking, do I want to put any serious money in this? And the answer is probably no. So for me, Tron Network, TRX, not one I'm going to be adding. I mean, the volumes are still impressive. You can see here, sitting at $7.4 billion here in a bear market. Again, infinite max supply, and not one for me, guys. Not one for me with Tron Network. There are so many other projects that I want to be looking to add. And remember, when I add in my portfolio, the way I always structure my portfolio is the vast majority of my portfolio will always be in Bitcoin and Ethereum. I call that eating my veg. I eat my vegetables, and then I can go and have my dessert, buying some of my favorite altcoins and some more riskier ones. Now, when I start just dividing the altcoin part of my portfolio, I want to start with the top 10 like we just done there. So I'm ruling those ones out. Those are not ones I want to be looking to add. Now, some of the others like Cardano, like Solana, like some of the others around there, I will be looking to add. But again, you're going to have to go watch my video here to see which ones I am looking to add going into the next bull run. Once I've done those with the top 10, which are still supposed to be quite stable, then I can venture down into the top 20, into the top 30, into the top 40. But the lower I go down the list, I want to make sure I've got less and less exposure to those tokens, understanding that the risk to reward increases significantly. I'm taking much more risk, but of course, from those smaller cap gems, I'm looking for bigger returns. That's how I structure my portfolio. Hold more of the stable stuff, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then progressively hold less and less of it to make sure my portfolio is diversified. That being said, it's critical that I do not spread myself too thinly. I don't understand some people who hold 30, 40, 50 different altcoins going into a bull run. Like, how much conviction do you have? How much research are you actually doing in these tokens? I hazard to guess, right? And I spend a lot of my time on this stuff in crypto. I'm lucky enough to have a lot of time to spend. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, or you're running a business, or you're doing anything else on the side, how much time do you have to study crypto? And how could you possibly stay afloat of what's going on in detail on 30, 40 projects? There's no way you're doing that. And that's why I like to keep my portfolio far more streamlined. I mean, we're talking somewhere between kind of 7 to 8, up to maybe 12 at a push, depending on how much time you've got in your personal life, altcoins and Bitcoin in your portfolio, that you can stay afloat of what's going on. You know when there's updates, you know where there's changes, you know where the team are firing someone or changing something, or there's something wrong with the technology, or there's been a hack. There's a lot to stay afloat of to hold your conviction in a project. So definitely one for me is I don't want to have too much bloat, and that is why it's important that I rule out altcoins which are not in my circle of competence. Remember, this does not mean those altcoins can't run. Of course they can. I can't catch them all, right? This is not Pokemon. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you appreciate tap content, smash the likes. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.